Valley City's going to come out and play good and play clean very quickly. The serve is up and we are underway, and, well, that's not how Valley City wants to start out, as it was a simple serve put over by Whitting, and it just went straight off the side of the hands of a Valley City backliner and went out into the crowd. So it's an early 1-0 lead for the Bruins. This serve straight down. Suffolk's got it. Back to the outside for Coca. Coca with the pop shot picked up in the back line by South. Cross-court shot, and that's perfectly executed. Off the arm of Abby Buckle, the talented sophomore outside hitter. So quick 2-0 lead here for the Bruins. Valley City gets chased deep in their own end, and they keep making mistakes here, as that's going to be another ace just off a couple of bad touches off the serve. So Valley City not playing the cleanest coming in. Again, they have had 7 days of rest, and like we talked about in the pregame show, that can either help or hurt. And for Valley City, they're coming out a bit sloppy here, opening up. Valley City going for the drop shot on 2, can't quite fool South. South goes for the drop shot, but they lay it up too soft, can't get it over the net. And Valley City will get their first serve of the game. Katie Coca heads behind the line to do the honors. 3-1 early on here on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. If you keep it simple and invest wisely, your dollars will go farther with LaRue Lockout Financial. Big ball right down the middle. Good job by Valley City to keep it alive. Is it going to get over the net? No, it cannot, as Suffolk managed to keep it alive, and it was going to require a phenomenal effort by Valley City to even get it close to the net, and they got it. They just could not quite get the few remaining feet to get it there. Valley picks it up in the back line right to Quilvang. Quilvang gets rejected at the wall, but Valley's going to regroup to get it over on 3. South does a good job of shuffling it forward. The question is, was it out of play? And it was, as the far line judge throws up the flag, and Valley will get the ball back. So Quilvang moves back to serve, and this has been one of the areas where Valley City has made improvements, with Quilvang serving, not being able to be on the wall, and also on the bench when she has to rotate out. And Quilvang's also improved her service, as we see right there. She's able to pick up the first ace of the game for the Highliners. That was a story against West Fargo Cheyenne, as Valley City had 10 aces in the game, but just could not beat Cheyenne. It's going to show you how good that team is. South goes for the drop shot. They almost tried to throw it right at a Valley City player that was on the line. Smart move to get out of the way. That might have been Drew Potrance that let that go out of bounds, and we got ourselves a tie game here. 4-4 here in the first set. Quilvang serve. Challenges the back line of South. South playing a bit far away from the net, and they're going to ail-mail this one, as that's going to get out of play. So even after that slow start, Valley City gets their first lead of the contest here at 5-4. So Quilvang's done a good job of serving Valley City back into this game. Line drive, can't quite clear the top of the net, and that'll go onto the Valley City side, so she'll exit stage right, as Valley City will make some substitutions here, tied up at 5-5. Back to serve for South. It's going to be Abby Buckle. Buckle serve right down the middle, picked up by the Highliners. Punch shot coming up here. South gets a good bump to it. Now set to the outside, and it was a quick 1-2 by Valley City, as it was hit straight down, and it wasn't tipped in the wall. It was deflected on the outside. Might have been by Hughesby, and then it was just a quick ricochet on the 2, and Valley City really had no chance ever to get a quality third touch to it. Buckle serve, picked up by Coca. Coca accidentally tips it over on 1, and that's just going to be tipped straight down by the Bruins. And 7-5 lead here for the Bruins, as when Valley City has been in control of the ball, they've done a good job of rallying, but defensively they need to do a better job of handling these South serves. And that's going to go into the net, so the rally is able to recapture the lead for the Bruins, but Valley City remains within 1. Couple substitutions being made here. It's going to be Dakota Potrats coming in, and Bryn Lee coming in as well. They'll be replacing Drew Potrats as well as Ava Hughesby. So the 8th grader, Bryn Lee, back to serve. That one close to the front of the net. Ball shoved to the outside. Drop shot attempted by the Bruins, and that has to be a 4-hit. They don't call the 4-hit. It's the most obvious 4-hit in the world, and Fargo South's going to get a point they don't deserve. There's no way you can miss that. There is no way you could miss that call. 8-6 for the Bruins here as they'll get a serve. Valley's able to shuffle it up to the front as some miscommunication sees Thorson and Dakota Potratz bump into each other. South's going to be able to get it over awkwardly on three. Valley resets to the outside. And a bit of a side spinning shot that started out of bounds but hooked back in as Valley City will still be down by one, but they're able to limit the damage from the bad break they had. Jovi Borg moving back to serve. Close 1 point game here. And making a substitution here for the Bruins, it's going to be Lainey Silseth. Silseth moving back as a setter. Borg clips the top of the net, but this time it goes over. South in it deep in their own end. Nicely picked up in the back line by Suffolk. Outside to Coca. Coca clips it off the top of the Bruin wall. Bruins do a good job to get it back towards the net on three. Valley City's wall holds up the first time. Can't quite stop it the second time. Valley goes for the poke shot with Coca. Can't quite put it away. Good rally here by both sides. But Valley City caught out of position there. A little too shifted over towards my left-hand side. Good cross-court shot there by Fargo South to drop it on the right-hand side. And this is something that is not instinctual for Fargo South. This is something that they work on. As I saw a lot in the junior varsity game, the Valley City back line playing a little too far back, and Fargo South did a really good job of recognizing when the drop shot was available. Coca doesn't quite hit it with power, but hits it with precision as she just curved it right around the right side of the Bruin wall and dropped it in the bucket. So still a 1 point game here as both teams have traded points back and forth as neither side has been able to really come up with anything consistent. Ball very close to the front of the net. Vilvang in a war with the ball, and she's able to just force it down on the Fargo South side, and we got ourselves a tie game up here at 9 apiece in this first set. So Suffolk, the sophomore libero, back to serve. She hits a rocket. That ate up the Fargo South libero, but in a war at the front of the net for the ball after a hit over on two, it was Talon Hoffer that came up on top. And so Fargo South recaptures their 1 point lead, and they'll send their libero back to serve, and Amelia Hawley. Hawley hits a line drive. Valley City picks it up. Now to the outside for Coca, and Coca just gets underneath of it. And for as disjointed as Valley City has kind of looked here in this first set, they've done a decent job of not allowing Fargo South to run and hide in this first set, but they need to be able to get those outside hitters dialed in here sooner rather than later. Valley City doesn't really get a great play on that set. They have to lay it up on three, and the cross-court shot goes off the side of the Valley City wall and spins down for the 12th point of the game for the Bruins. So Hawley moving back to serve. She's going to start all the way on the baseline of the basketball court. She's going to get probably about a 3 to 4 step running serve on this one. Just lob shot over the top, picked up by Borg, thrown over the top by Hughesby on two. Couldn't quite fool him, but that one's going to be bombed out of play. And Valley City, I think, is going to get called for a violation, as that's a tough one for Valley City, as Fargo South misplayed that one. They hit it about 7 feet out of bounds, and now we're finally going to get the first time out of the game for the Highliners. So Valley City trails early on here, 13-9, back here in 30 seconds after this word from our good friends over at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation.
This is Dr. Ryan Lorenz, physical therapist at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, with offices in Enderlin, Lisbon, Gwinnett, and Valley City. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy by highly skilled therapists to minimize pain and maximize mobility, which quickly allows you to return to the quality of life you desire. We will evaluate and educate you on your condition, review treatment options, and create an effective treatment plan to solve your impairments based on your unique situation and needs. I invite you to call our offices at Mobility Plus today.
And we're back here in Valley City for the Highliners. It's just been a really slow first start. We talked about it in the Sanford Health pregame show about how that time off, it can do wonders or it can cause you to get out to a bit of a slow start. And for Valley City, they just don't look as sharp as they had when they had kind of a more consistent flow of games. Fargo South, on the other hand, looks like a much more sharper team. So for Valley City, it's going to be key to them to kind of right the ship and right it in a hurry, as they are down by 4 right now, but they would like to not prevent this lead from getting any larger. Coca gets the first touch to it. Valley City's going to have to play this one deep in their own end. Borg goes for the long shot and can't quite place it in the corner as it escapes out the back, and Valley City now trails 14-9. The difference really here between Fargo South and Valley City is the quality of the third shot. Valley City's hitting it, I would say, an average at least 6 feet away from the net, while Fargo South is just getting layups at the front. Another example of that coming up as Valley City places one about 12 feet back with Coca. She gets it over on 3, but South is going to shuffle it very close to the front of the net and just blast it through the wall with Abby Buckle. So 15-9 in favor of the Bruins, as Amelia Hawley, the libero, has done a good job serving here. Valley City able to avoid an ace by near millimeters. Valley City's able to get it over on 3, but again, not with much power. Drop shot coming up. Good dive by Suffolk to keep it alive. That one over the top by the Highliners. Again, not a lot of power on it. That one off the top of the Valley City wall, and it escapes the back line, as that'll be a 16-9 lead now for the Bruins, as they have gone on quite the run here. At least a 6, possibly a 7-0 run. Holly's serve, in right down the middle. Leake's going to shuffle it over to the outside. Good opportunity, and finally Valley City's able to put it away with Dakota Potrats. And I said in an earlier broadcast, I believe it might have against West Fargo Cheyenne, that Dakota Potrats leads all of North Dakota right now and almost kills. The amount of really good balls she's hit from the outside, only to just be robbed by spectacular play in the back line, or to just go off the wall and on the Valley City side, has been astounding, and it's good to see her finally pick up a kill. And Fargo South, well, they had a good setup for that third hit, but got well underneath of it and sent it out of play. Valley City pulls themselves to within 5. I believe that's Jovi Borg back to serve. Excuse me, that is Drew Potrats that was serving. Another opportunity here for South. Valley City, first hit goes nearly into the bench. Borg with the overhead shot gets it over on 3, but South's going to have an opportunity here in the middle. Valley City's wall tips it straight down, and the defense holds up for the Highliners. Really good effort there by Valley City. The first hit put the ball nearly into the bench. Great recovery, and Jovi Borg able to hit the over the head shot to get it over on 3, and the defense held up to get Valley City their 12th point. Awkward serve by Valley City, and they'll pick up the ace, as that'll be their second ace of the contest. First for Drew Potrats. So Valley has clawed themselves back within 3. Potrats serve. Picked up in the middle by the Bruins, and just a misread there by the Highliners. Potrats thought that ball probably had a little bit more side-to-side movement instead of the vertical movement. Vertically, that ball was never going to escape out the back. Horizontal-wise, it looked like it might have carried out. But that one just stayed in play, and it'll be a 17-13 lead. Line drive serve just gets over the top. War at the front of the net for the ball. Philvang does a good job to save that one for Valley City. Cross-court shot excellently executed there. As once again it is Abby Buckle, who as a sophomore has shown a lot of guile that you would expect out of an upperclassman. But again, only a sophomore from her. Again, it's kind of a mix of youth and experience here for this Fargo South group. Only a couple seniors on the roster, as really haven't heard any of the seniors come out and make that big of an impact. So the attacking core of this Fargo South team is going to be around here for the next couple of years. All set to the outside here, and that is a nicely executed shot by Katie Coca to pick up a kill. So Valley City's hanging around, and they're within 4, but it is getting a little bit late as it is an 18-14 contest. Valley would very much like to at least even this up with Fargo South here in the next 2 to 3 exchanges. Fargo South doesn't get a great first touch on the ball. They'll have to play this in their own end deep. Valley City doesn't get probably the shot they'd like out of that. They'll just lay it over on 3. South does a good job to shuffle it forward. Nicely picked up in the back line by Suffolk. Outside now to Borg. Borg's cross quarter stays in. Fargo South is protesting, but the back judge puts the flag down. And Valley City now within 3. Running serve here for Hughesby. Hughesby doesn't hit a deep serve. Fargo South may have overran the ball a little bit, but they get just a good enough shot. That one went into the Valley City wall, didn't go into the hands, pretty much went off the kind of lower forearm, and the ball just spun right out of play. One of those things that you can't really control of how that ball is going to spin off. 1 foot the other way it's in, 1 foot the other way it's out. Valley City, though, does a good job to make up for it as Ava Hughesby hits her best strike of the game. And she pummels that one straight to the floor, and Valley City keeps it within 3. So Kvilving was able to get Valley City the lead last time she was back to serve, and now she's looking to rally the Highliners again. Kvilving bunny hop forward, hits it over the top. South does a good job to shuffle it forward. Cross-court shot. Coca maybe a little too far back, couldn't quite get a touch to it, and it is now a 20-16 lead. So back to serve here for the Bruins. Looks like that's going to be Tegan Malo, the senior middle hitter. One of only 2 seniors on this Fargo South roster, and the other senior is the outside hitter, Sella Giegsberg. Cross-court shot here for Borg. Couldn't quite put it away. Shovel it back up here for Bruins, and that's going to be Sella Giegsberg. Pick it up, the fall-away kill. As Valley City trying to roll the ball back over to the Bruins, as it is a 5-point lead here for South as they sit at 21. So Valley City's got to rally here and rally in a hurry to start putting some pressure back here on the visitors. This one into the net. Valley City tries to keep it alive. Cross-court shot's not going to get over the net. First hit went into the net. Valley City scooped it off the ground, but the ball was not in a good position there for the Highliners to get the third shot over, and a second timeout taken here by Valley City. Timeout brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation.
This is Dr. Ryan Lorenz, physical therapist at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, with offices in Enderlin, Lisbon, Gwinner, and Valley City. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy by highly skilled therapists to minimize pain and maximize mobility, which quickly allows you to return to the quality of life you desire. We will evaluate and educate you on your condition, review treatment options, and create an effective treatment plan to solve your impairments based on your unique situation and needs. I invite you to call our offices at Mobility Plus today.
Welcome back here to the Highliner Activity Center. Jerry Edwards Banker with you on 1490 AM, 96.3 FM, the voice of the Valley, KOVC. We're in the first set. Valley City trails 22-16. For Valley City, it's just been a collection of mistakes and errors that you expect to see out of teams that have had a week off, but one that you hope that wouldn't have shown up in this game. For Fargo South, they've been far more active here over the past few days than Valley City. Valley City has been very active all year, but this was their one stretch where they had about a week-long break, and it's shown up here in this first set. So for South, they're looking to pick up 3 points here and pick up a first set win. Hughesby, fall-away shot, able to get over on 3, but not a lot of power to it. South tries for a drop shot. Now a throw shot on 2 for Valley City. Can't quite put it away. Ball hit off the top of the Valley City wall and out of play, and Bruins now sitting 2 points away. So Valley City here, essentially what the skinny is they have to find a way to bust up this run and pick up about a 7-0 run after that to make this a contest. And awkward exchange for Valley City. They get over on 3, but not with a lot of power. Good chance here for the Bruins. Off the Valley City wall. The Valley City defense tries to dive for it, but just too strong again for the Bruins. So 8 set points coming up here for Fargo South, as Valley City will need to stop this serve as well as pick up 7 points off their own serve if they want to force some extra points here. Fargo South's line drive serve picked up in the back line by Valley City by Coca. Now to the outside. Hughesby didn't get a lot of that. South shuffling over to the outside. Drop shot coming up. Potrat's able to handle it. Now to the outside for Borg. Borg clips it off the top of the net. Close to the net. South able to regroup. Valley City shelves it forward again. Outside again for Borg. Borg clips it off the top of the wall. South Gets decent first contact to it. Now running shot here, and they don't get a lot of it, and it goes into the net again, and this time they call it a 4-hit. I was going to say for the second, it's like to miss it once is bad enough. To miss it twice is less than ideal, and for Valley City, they finally get the correct call on the 4-hit. So Bryn Leak, she's pulled some magic off before with Valley City serving-wise, but she's going to need to pick up 7 points here for her team to keep this set alive. And nearly picks up an ace as South didn't do a good job of handling that serve. City close to the front of the net, a little too close, so they don't get a lot of power to it. Good job by South to shell it to the outside. The wall holds up for Valley City, but it holds up on their own side, and that's going to be a pretty commanding 25-17 win for the Bruins as Valley City, and they got in their own way a little bit too many times in that first set. So like we said before, there's going to be a bit of a longer intermission here between this first set and second set. There is a contest going on, and people were able to buy some kind of pink plastic balls before the game, and to support Aaron Ludiker, who is currently undergoing a battle with bone cancer. So that's going to be going on here for, it looks like they put up 7 minutes on the clock. So we'll try to be back here in 6. Keep it locked right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
When gathering around the table with family and friends or enjoying a quiet meal by yourself, make certain you have the finest cuts of meat from Valley Meat Supply. Quality steaks and pork chops that make every bite a true delight. Valley Meat offers a wide variety to satisfy every taste and budget, including incredible sausage, several varieties of cheese, baked beans, award-winning beef jerky and snack sticks, and a great selection of spices. Valley Meat Supply, your locally owned, locally sourced meat market, located on West Main Street in Valley City. At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Lockout Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 or James M. Lockout at CPA 701-845-1660. Services offered through Investment Advisors, a division of Pro Equities Incorporated, a registered investment advisor, and securities offered through Pro Equities Incorporated, a registered broker-dealer and member FINRA and SIPC.
Ivy Real Estate Group, your locally owned real estate brokerage, is cheering for the home team. Listen to KOVC for the Ivy Real Estate Group Player of the Game following every Valley City Highliner and VCSU Vikings game.
This is Dr. Ryan Lorenz, physical therapist at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, with offices in Enderlin, Lisbon, Gwinner, and Valley City. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy by highly skilled therapists to minimize pain and maximize mobility, which quickly allows you to return to the quality of life you desire. We will evaluate and educate you on your condition, review treatment options, and create an effective treatment plan to solve your impairments based on your unique situation and needs. I invite you to call our offices at Mobility Plus today.
Why choose professional eye care centers? Let me count the whys. First, there are now 4 great doctors to see. Dr. Frank, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangula, and now welcoming Dr. Bond. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, and Edgeley. And finally, their fantastic frame selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers. Clearly the best.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right. Lever's Foods.
Lever's Foods in Valley City has some ghoulish goodies all this week. Save on Campbell's chicken noodle or tomato soup, 4 for $4.88. 93% lean ground beef family packs, just $3.99 a pound. And Honeycrisp apples, only $1.49 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. That's Lever's Foods in Valley City.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
This is Amy Heim, nurse practitioner with Sanford Health. Well child checks are important visits for children of every age. Yearly well child checks are recommended for children 3 and older and more frequently for those younger than 3. It is at these visits that growth, development, and preventative care are addressed in an effort to keep children as healthy as possible. Recommended immunizations are also discussed and provided at these visits. Call 742-3267 to schedule at your local Sanford Health Clinic in Ellendale, Foreman, Gwinner, Lemoore, Lisbon, or Oaks.
This is Charlotte Inkstead, a former Valley City Highliner and Valley City State Viking, and now a member of the Viking Booster Board. I've experienced firsthand the support our Valley City community has for VCSU. Donations to scholarships and support for the Vikings can truly make a difference in the lives of student athletes. However you'd like to be involved, we'd love to have you on our team. It can be as simple as making a donation to Century Club scholarships, showing up and cheering on the Vikings, or joining me and other volunteers on the Booster Board. For more information, contact Viking Athletics at 701-845-7160.
Welcome back here to the Highliner Activities Center. Jerry Edwards back here with you. As I said before, we just got done with that competition to support Aaron Ludiker again in his fight against bone cancer. Valley City, they need to come out here with a bit more consistency in that first set than what they had in that first set. You saw it in glimpses where they were able to hang with Fargo South, but Fargo South just plain and simply executed better than Valley City. And again, the major difference is the quality of shots on their third hit. Valley City was playing the ball way from back in their own back line, and even when they were getting it to the front of the net, they weren't generating a lot of power on their hits. Fargo South was generating the much better quality chances in that first set, and that's how they were able to run away late in that first set. Yeah, keeping you apprised of the MLB scoreboard right now. Philadelphia Phillies and Arizona Diamondbacks in Game 7 of the NLCS tied up at 1. So, interesting enough, Valley City remained out there on the floor during the kind of long intermission between the first and the second set. Fargo South, though, chose to go, I don't know if they chose to go to the locker room or underneath the bleachers, what have you, but one team decided to head away from all the action of kind of the intermission between the first and the second set, while the other was choosing to be out there. So Valley City will get the opening serve, as it was Fargo South that led off things the last time out. Valley City, again, it just comes down to execution, making sure that you are not letting good chances go to waste and that you minimize the mistakes. You've seen Valley City have a sluggish first set, only to come back and play very well in the second and third set, but they'll need to shape up in a hurry. Opening serve is Drew Potratz. Potratz, one of the few seniors on this team. Long serve picked up in the back line here. Now shoveled forward by South, and Suffolk misread that one. Weight was shifted back, anticipating it, but ball was just a bit too far out in front of her, and that'll be a point for Fargo South. So Fargo South has picked up the first points here in the first two sets. The Bruins serve just escapes over the top of the net. Potrat sets it up for Kvilvang. Kvilvang, too much air underneath that one. And it's going to be a 2-0 lead here for Fargo South. So starting off a lot like it did in the first set, as Fargo South up to an early 2-0 lead. To the outside, Valley City hits this one square into the wall. Highliners able to regroup, get it back out to Coca. Coca doesn't get a lot on that one. South goes back to the outside. Picked up nicely by Valley City. But they're going to have to play deep in their own end, and Jovi Borg didn't get to elevate on that shot and didn't get any type of height on it as it goes off the lower part of her wrist and straight to the floor, and it's an early 3-0 lead here for the Bruins. Buckles serve. Koka picks it up. Outside again for Koka. Koka clips it off the top of the south wall, and Valley City's going to get themselves on the board here. So Koka's had herself a good game on the outside. And it just kind of comes down to getting consistent looks here for Valley City. It's hard to win a game. It's hard to win volleyball when you're hitting the ball consistently deep in your own end on three. South goes for the scoop shot, nicely handled by the Valley City wall. South regroups and blast it through. I don't know if it clipped off the Valley City wall, but it was a line drive that looked like it might have taken a deflection as Sefcool couldn't get to it. 4-1 lead here for South. So Tegan Malo back to serve. One of two seniors on the South roster. And that's going to be an ace for the Bruins. As this has just not been the night here for Valley City. Every team's got an off night in them, but it couldn't. The timing of this off night so far has been rather unfortunate. South regroups and gets it over on two. Valley's got an opportunity here for the board, but Borg overhits it. And it's going to make it 6-1. Valley City's generating some better looks at the front of the net early on in this set, but they just haven't been able to finish it. Again, one of these teams looks like they've been more active over the past few weeks, and one of these teams looks like that they've had 7 days of rest. Valley City scrambling, trying to get it over on three. Sefcool is just going to lob it over the top. South, though, does a good job to shuffle it forward. Big blast, and it just escapes out of play. Valley City's going to pick out the point. South might have been looking to the ref, see if it went off the top of the wall, but Valley City's going to pick up the point, and it's going to be Quilvang moving back to serve. Quilvang served Valley City back into the first set. Looking to do so again. Borg from the outside hits an absolute blast, but South had somebody there to handle it. Fall away shot, and that goes out of play. As a flat-footed shot by Amelia Hawley, never really had a chance as it never really was ever in play, so it might have gone around the antenna before it ever fell to the floor. Pop shot here by the Bruins, and again, just perfectly executed. When you're facing a team that has the ability to play very well in front of the net, can get quality shots in front of the net, and also has a team that has the fastball and the changeup in their arsenal, it's a tough thing to deal with. And again, that's not something that is known by only a few players here for South. The junior varsity as well as the varsity squad all have that shot in their repertoire. Valley City overhits this one on three, and that's going to escape out the back line. And once again, Valley City trailing 8-3 here on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Close to the front of the net, Highliners played over on two, and a bit of miscommunication there, rare miscommunication there for the Bruins. Amelia Hawley and Elena Klokner just were doing the old, I got it, no, you got it. By the time you got it came out, the ball had hit the floor. So Bryn Leak coming in along with Dakota Potrats. Dakota Potrats again receiving a lot more playing time since Bailey LaRue went down with that injury. LaRue, though, has gone from being on kind of that knee cart to being in a walking boot, and now it looks like she's out of the boot, so it's good to see her recovering from that injury. Now sitting outside to Jovi Borg. Borg lays one down the line, but can't quite keep it in play. That's the look you want for Jovi Borg. She's able to run up and get a lot of power behind it, but the precision just has not been there today. As it's shaping up right now, this is going to be a long day of practice tomorrow, working on, well, communication for one. That one was just laid right down the middle, and the pink sea parted for Valley City, and that's an ace that you just can't have happen against you. 10-4 lead for the Bruins as Valley City takes their timeout. Back here in 30 seconds after this word from Mobility Plus Rehabilitation.
This is Dr. Ryan Lorenz, physical therapist at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, with offices in Enderlin, Lisbon, Gwinner, and Valley City. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy by highly skilled therapists to minimize pain and maximize mobility, which quickly allows you to return to the quality of life you desire. We will evaluate and educate you on your condition, review treatment options, and create an effective treatment plan to solve your impairments based on your unique situation and needs. I invite you to call our offices at Mobility Plus today.
Over 80 years on the air, 1490 AM and now 96.3 FM. Online at newsdakota.com, on your smart speaker, and on the KOVC app. The voice of the Valley, KOVC.
We're back here in Valley City. It's a 10-4 lead for the Bruins in the second set. They took the first set 25-17, so early on it's been all Fargo South as Valley City kind of just looks to get something going. They just looked a bit out of sorts today. Outside for Jovi Borg. Borg gets a nice strike, but picked up in the back line by South. That one off the top of the Valley City wall. Good play by Koka to pick it up. Borg gets a fall-away shot, and it's just been one of those games where sometimes that ball stays in play on the back line, as that ball missed by probably less than an inch. But it's just been one of those games. That one just gets over the top. Leak's going to reset it to the outside for Dakota Potratz, who picks up her second kill. And that's another ball that she's hit really well on the outside. And again, doesn't get a whole lot of run. But she's made really big strides as the season has gone along. And again, she's going to get a lot more playing time next year. As again, only a sophomore. And South doesn't do a great job right there. They didn't get a quality first two touches to it. It was up to the libero, Holly, to get it over on three, and she just kind of pushed it right into the net. 11-6 lead here for South. Jovi Borg serve, eats up Holly, and that's going to be an ace. So third ace of the game for Valley City. So 11-7 as Valley City starts to claw their way back into this game. And again, almost another ace, and it is an ace as Jovi Borg with back-to-back aces pulls Valley City within three. And, this is kind of what we saw a little earlier in that first set where Valley City just got off to a slow start, but the serving of Kvelvang got him back into it. And now Jovi Borg, she's put together a couple of nice plays here, and it's gotten Valley City within three. South going to hit this one from the outside, and the wall can't quite hold up there as that one goes spinning off the side. As 12-8 is now going to be the margin for the Bruins. Hawley moving back to serve. Going to be a younger lineup out there for Valley City. Nicely picked up in the back line by Koka over to Thorson. Thorson might have overran that ball a little bit, but got it over. Push shot coming up. Nicely picked up by Leak. Borg outside now to Koka. Koka can't quite put it away. South is going to just throw it over on three, but Valley City's back line playing way too far back as that one was just dropped in the bucket. That's a shot that you got to see coming, is that Holly's not going to jump up and hit a big spike. She went for the push shot last time. You got to know where that shot is going to go, and Holly nearly picks up an ace. Nicely saved by Koka. She got it over on one. South going for the drop shot. Valley, it looks like they hit that one under the net. It was an optical illusion because the ball was hit into the net, and the next shot for Valley City goes perfectly into the corner. So, bit of an optical illusion there, but either way, it's the point for the Bruins. Leak set up to the outside. Nicely hit by Koka. Can't quite put it away. South plays it over on two. Valley gets it over to Potratz. Potratz tries to go for the cross quarter and just hits it out. So the momentum Valley City built up to pull themselves within three has gone by the wayside as they now trail by trail by 7. It is 15-8. And Holly was the one that also kind of extended the lead for South last time. And Valley City hits this one right into the wall. Did they get it over? They did. Valley City scrambled, got it over on three, but South was there to tip it straight down. It was a great hustle play for the Highliners. Just South was almost in there celebrating till one of them broke off from the huddle to just tip it straight down. And And just South has played about as well as they could today. As this one hit over on one by Valley City off the serve. Tip shot coming up, and the back line just Valley City's back line has just been caught playing too far back a little too many times today, as Shelby Borg could not get to that one. 17-8. As this is just pounded over the top, picked up in the back line by Suffolk. Outside now to Dakota Potratz, and that's another kill for her. This is about as well as she's played all season. So Potratz, who went a while just putting great strikes on the ball and couldn't even pick up a kill because it's just great defensive play by seemingly whoever Valley City was going up against, has picked up a handful of kills today, and Valley City going to pick up another ace. So 5 aces in the game for Valley City, as that'll be the second for Drew Potratz. So for Valley City, half their points, or not half their points, but I should say a third of their points in the set have come off the ace. That one laid over the top. City shuffles it back to the outside, and that's going to be too far gone. And that's now an 18-10 lead. And so now substitutions being made here for Fargo South. As Valley City serving-wise, they've been decent in this game. Just the ability to pick up points off their own serve has been where the challenge has been today. And that one just escapes out the back. Addie Quilving looked to just drop it in the corner, and well, she hit a line. The problem is that there's that little nub of a line that has a gap in between the actual boundary line, and that's what it hit. So 19-10 lead here for Fargo South. Koka's cross-court shot, nicely done. As Koka and Dakota Potratz have probably been the best outside hitters today for Valley City, as Dakota Potratz subs out along with Bryn Leak as Hughesby and Drew Potratz come into the game. 19-11 here in favor of Fargo South. Valley City in need of probably about a 5-0 run. Big blast, and just the back line today for Valley City. They've either been too far back and have had the ball dropped in front of them, or they've just been out of position and not been able to get to the ones that are hit far back. Again, it's going to be a long few days of practice here, unless things change here in a hurry. Outside to Koka. Koka hits a nice blast, goes off the south wall as the Bruins are able to get it over on 3. Quilving able to just tip it over the top, and South out of position right there. Might be a double hit. Might have just been the ball hitting the floor. 20-12 lead here for Fargo South. Right now I'm having a hard time determining whether or not that's a tornado siren going off or whether it's the student section making a tornado siren sound. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. Nicely done by Valley City as Shelby Borg is able to split the back line and is able to make it a 7-point game. 20-13 here on the Luru Lockout Financial scoreboard. As that one can't quite be put away by Valley City, but the wall holds up as they'll shuffle it to the outside. South left scrambling. Nicely picked up there by Borg. Going to be thrown back outside to her. Big blast coming up. Can't quite put it away. Back outside to South off the top of the Valley City wall and into the Valley City bench. As Sella Giegsberg, she has not picked up a lot of kills in this game, but she has picked up kind of the ones that have been momentum killers. As South now sits 8 points away from a 2-0 lead. Nice hit there by Borg. South able to keep it alive as they go into the crowd to save it. Valley's going to throw this one back to the outside, and they hit it off the top of the net. Question is, did they get it over on their own merit? They did. So Valley City and Fargo South both scramble to get it over. Back to Valley City. Borg hits a flat foot shot. South's able to recover. Go for the drop shot, and Valley City It was a quick 1-2, and the third was just swinging an arm at it, trying to get it over, but Borg could do nothing of the sort. And now 3 points away here from Fargo South. So for Fargo South, they've been able to just minimize their mistakes. And for Valley City, their mistakes have been capitalized on to the umpteenth degree. As the wall holds up again for Fargo South and just throws it straight down onto the Highliner side, as this has been a very dominant showing here in the second set. South's ball goes over the top. Valley City shoves it to the outside, and Borg able to pick up another big kill as the outside hitters starting to get dialed in here for Valley City. Just hard to celebrate getting dialed in when you're down 9 points. So Valley City preferably would like to get all the points back and go on a 10-0 run here to even up the game at 23. But realistically, they probably need to go on about an 8-0 run here and then try to grind out a comeback. Both sides taking turns of just hitting howitzers at each other, and this time it's Fargo South coming out on the right side again as Geeksburg once again picking up kind of that momentum killer for Valley City. So 10 straight set points coming up here for Fargo South. Center coming up here for the Bruins, right down the middle, picked up by Suffolk. Not a great first touch there for Valley City. Borg gets a cross quarter. Diving save by Hawley. Valley City gets an awkward 1-2 on it, and the third's not going to get over the net. And it's going to be a 25-14 win for the Bruins in set number 2. And Valley City just, it's been one of those days. The mistakes have been capitalized on, and they've had an opponent that has known how to capitalize on even the slightest of mistakes. Game's not over yet. We still have possibly 3 sets to go. Valley City's able to turn it around, but it has not been an ideal start for the Highliners. Back here in 2.5 minutes here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Lockout Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 or James M. Lockout at CPA 701-845-1660. Services offered through Investment Advisors, a division of Pro Equities Incorporated, a registered investment advisor, and securities offered through Pro Equities Incorporated, a registered broker-dealer and member FINRA and SIPC.
Every body is different. Some experience injuries, while others need extra support.
I'll help you, Grandma.
At Jamestown Regional Medical Center, your health is what matters most. Our orthopedics and sports medicine team care for you and your unique needs. Their goal is to help you live your best life. Choose Jamestown Regional Medical Center for care of hips, shoulders, knees, and broken bones. Learn more at jrmcnd.com/orthopedics.
Ivy Real Estate Group, your locally owned real estate brokerage, is cheering for the home team. Listen to KOVC for the Ivy Real Estate Group Player of the Game following every Valley City Highliner and VCSU Vikings game.
Why choose professional eye care centers? Let me count the whys. First, there are now 4 great doctors to see. Dr. Frank, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangula, and now welcoming Dr. Bond. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, and Edgeley. And finally, their fantastic frame selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
We're back here in Valley City for Fargo South. They have had a rather dominant showing today. They've won the first set 25-17 and won the second 25-14. Valley City, service-wise, has been good. They've got 5 aces on the day, but just the ability to win points off their own serve has been lacking, and that's really what the difference has been in the game. is that there have been times when both sides have traded points back and forth, but really it's been Fargo South that's been able to go on the runs because of their ability to win points off their own serve. So he's going to start doing a better job of taking advantage if they're going to come back into this game. And for the first time today, Valley City is able to take a point off Fargo South on the opening serve of the game as Huseby, or not Huseby, but Quilvang was able to hit it off the top of Holly. So 1-0 lead here for Valley City. South going for the push shot, nicely picked up by Suffolk. Outside now to Borg. Borg hits a rocket. Ball played close to the front of the net. A little pop shot here, picked up nicely by the Highliners. Outside now to Huseby, and Huseby has that one sent back by the wall, but is able to regroup and get it over on one, and that ball is going to go off the side of the Valley City wall and make it a 1-1 game. So Annie Quilvang was able to pick up the point and nearly picked up the block, but the ball goes off the side of her hand there. And so Abby Buckle back to serve, and Buckle twice now has gotten her team off to an early advantage. But she doesn't get to have a prolonged service anymore as Huseby is able to come up there and hit a monster kill. That easily split the back line of the Bruins. So Quilvang moving back to serve. Honestly, would love nothing more than to get out to a lead with perhaps some breathing room here, but Fargo South has not seemingly allowed that to happen in this contest. Husby's able to get the ball over on three, back outside here. Weegsberg can't quite put it away. In the middle now for Quilvang, and Quilvang just a little too far back and a little too much sauce on it. Didn't get any downward momentum to it, and that's going to tie up the game here at 2-2. So in the serve will be Tegan Mallow. Tegan Mallow, a 6-foot middle hitter. Mallow's serve goes easily over the top. Potrat sets it up outside to Borg. Borg has it stuffed by the wall, but for the first time seemingly today, the ball goes out of bounds. So Valley City picks up a 3-2 lead. As this will be Bryn Leak coming in for the serve. Dakota Potrat's also coming in. She's had herself a good game so far with 3 kills. Outside now for the Bruins. Valley City's wall holds up. Fargo South goes to the other side. Flips it off the top of the net. Diving effort by Valley City. Try to scoop that one off the ground. Coca. It's been all over the floor today, and it's a nice athletic play by her, but it was one of those where it just goes around the wall by clipping off the top of the net and didn't really take anything away from the speed of that shot. So tied up here at 3-3. Coca's able to dive down and save that one. Outside now to Borg. Borg follow-away shot. South doesn't get the best first touch to it, so they're just going to lay it over on 3. Leaks sets it up to the outside. Follow-away shot, and Valley City's asking for a carry. Is not going to get it. Borg goes for a punch shot, picked up by the Bruins again, and front line too far forward, the back line too far back, and just dropped right in the middle there by South. That was an awkward exchange there at the front. My view of the play was kind of blocked there by the official in the stand. It almost looked like the ball kind of was, it looked like a carry to be quite honest, but again, my vision of the play was obscured. 4-3 here for the Bruins. They hit one into the Valley City wall, and it goes out of play, but they're going to say it went off the Valley City wall to do so. 5-3 lead here for the Bruins. As this is the most positive start Valley City has gotten out too early. They need to find a way to keep the Bruins within shouting distance, but that is not a great way to do so, as asking me to ace for the Bruins as the ball goes off the front of the fist of Joby Borg. 6-3 lead here. That one picked up by Valley City off the serve. And initial spike was rejected by the Bruins wall, Valley City's wall though. And that's got to be a carry, and yeah, they finally call it. The ball stopped in midair and was essentially thrown off a bump, and a carry gets called. So 6-4 lead here for the Bruins, but Valley City still hanging tough, but they again have to find a way to generate some momentum here. Not allow South to run and hide. Borg able to get the first touch to it, but the second touch was a late one made by Suffolk. Yeah. I would say the biggest difference in this game probably has been the first and third touches. And just the first touch is so critical to set up that third touch, and when it's come to those, Fargo South has just had the better ability to generate those. Valley plays it over on one. Nice pickup by Leak to prevent it from being tipped straight down, but South's going to regroup. Ball hit off the Valley City wall. Suffolk lays it up in the middle. Coca, fall-away shot, picked up in the back line by South. Back outside off the top of the Valley City wall. Suffolk picks it up again. Leak sets it up to the outside for Dakota Potratz. Potratz can't quite put it away. Back outside, a little drop shot. Quick 1-2. City on three, able to get it over. Back outside for Fargo South. Did it go out? Yes, it did. Flag goes up. I don't know if the back judge got overruled saying it went out or it might have been tipped. 8-4, though, for Fargo South. As now the Bruins starting to get on a roll, and well, the announcer's cheek still has some magic left in it, as that one is just kind of softly served into the net by Kirsten Hoppy. Suffolk line drive, but that goes into the net. It's the type of serve that you want her to hit. The line drive that just kind of clips the top of the net, but that one didn't clip the top of the net. It hits on the lower third. And, well, sometimes you can hit the lower third of the net and the ball rolls into the other side. And a day like this, it does not. So 4-point lead early on here, and that's going to be an ace. That serve got in quickly on Katie Coca and was not able to be handled. – 10-5 lead here for Fargo South. As that's just going to be a nice, easy serve over the top. Leak sets it over to the outside for Coca. Coca hits a blast, can't quite put it away. Fargo South, that's just perfectly executed. As Abby Buckle, she's done a lot of her work from the service line today, but this one was an absolute bomb down the right-hand side. And once again, it's that familiar foe, Holly, back to serve, and that's going to be another ace. And I've just never seen the Valley City back line so far this season have this much trouble handling these serves. Has just been an odd day of sorts. Another timeout taken here by Valley City. Timeout brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. Back here in 30 seconds.
This is Dr. Ryan Lorenz, physical therapist at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, with offices in Enderlin, Lisbon, Gwinner, and Valley City. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy by highly skilled therapists to minimize pain and maximize mobility, which quickly allows you to return to the quality of life you desire. We will evaluate and educate you on your condition, review treatment options, and create an effective treatment plan to solve your impairments based on your unique situation and needs. I invite you to call our offices at Mobility Plus today.
Welcome back here, everyone, to the Highliner Activity Center. And, well, this has just been a day to forget so far for Valley City. They trail 12-5 on the LaRue Lockup Financial scoreboard. In this third set, they trailed 2-0, and it's just one of those days. Just every team has one of those days where you feel like you're going to come out and play a very good game, and then you just come out and nothing can seemingly go right. And again, we talked about it in the Sanford Health pregame show about, how would Valley City look coming in off this long layover, as long as the layover as they've had since the beginning of the season. And, the answer is just a bit disconjointed of sorts. Philvang, though, out of the timeout, able to get it over on three and just drop it in the bucket over the top of the Fargo South wall. Might have been lucky to get away with that one. It could have possibly been called a carry as she went up for it, and that ball hung on her hand for quite a long time, but Valley City's not going to apologize for picking up their 6-point. Fargo South going for the drop shot. Valley City able to get it over on three off a good scramble drill. Back outside here for the Bruins. That one's launched out of play. And so Valley City pulls within 5. We've seen this over the last two sets of Valley City being able to claw themselves back to within striking distance, only to run out of steam and quickly give up a run back to the Bruins. Maybe things can change here in this third set. That one hit out of play by Fargo South again, and Valley City stays within 4. So Drew Potratz has done a good job serving today. And that's going to be her 3rd ace of the game through the changeup at the Bruins. So 6 aces on the day for Valley City. Again, service-wise, it has been bad for Valley City. A couple service faults here and there, but you expect that in every game. It's just been one of those perplexing days so far. That one hit into the wall, and I don't know whether Valley City is going to get credit with the block right there, and they are. They're going to get credit for the block as that one goes off Fargo South out of play instead of being called the 4 hit. 12-10 here. Valley City starting to form a bit of a comeback. Outside shot nicely picked up by Suffolk. Outside to Hughesby, and Hughesby hits it into the corner. And so Fargo South, they've allowed Valley City to get themselves back into it here. It's 12-11. And it's Drew Potratz. Done a very nice job in this game. Pop shot picked up by Hawley in the back line for Fargo South. Suffolk able to get enough on it. Allow Valley City an opportunity at a 3rd shot. They're all very close to the front of the net. That one's out of play. And Valley City has tied it up here at 12. So big run here for the Highliners. Sees them within striking range in this 3rd set. And that one goes into the net. An anticlimactic way to end the rally, but Drew Potratz's service has given Valley City a shot here in this 3rd set. 13-12 lead here for the Bruins. Out to serve off the bench will be Mara Whitting. Whitting just clears the top of the net. Valley City bump sets it. Philvang tries to pick up the kill, can't quite do so. That one, though, is roofed by the Highliners defense. So 13-13 lead, 13-13 tie, I should say. As I believe that's Coca moving back to serve. Valley City has shaken off the cobwebs early on here after that timeout and has now made a game out of this 3rd set. Nicely picked up by Suffolk. Valley City's just going to have to lay it over on 3. Ball to the outside, cross-court shot. Valley City and went down on their side. Suffolk got the first hit to it, but second part of that wall, I believe, was Jovi Borgs. He was out of position to get to it. And so that's 14-13. Might have also been Hughesby up front. That one laid over the top. Suffolk's got it. Now to the outside here, and Borg able to split the wall, and Valley City is making this a game. They've come back here to tie it late and have since not let Fargo South get away from them. Philvang serve is picked up well by Fargo South. They just quickly shuffle it forward, go right after the smaller Valley City wall and put it away for their 15th point. So this is going to be critical for Valley City. They've got to find a way to kind of hold the fort here without Quilvang, or even possible capitalize without Quilvang, who's going to be on the bench as part of the rotation. That's a blast that Valley City picks up as Hughesby's able to lay it over on 3, not with much power. That one's going to be blasted off the top of the wall. Nice pick up by Borg. Outside for Hughesby, fall away shot. South does a good job to pick it up, back outside. And that's going to be Gieksberg picking up another kill. So Gieksberg has just been a royal thorn in the side for Valley City in this contest. Big blast, and Valley City doesn't get a good first touch to it. The second touch, it's able to set up an awkward third, but Valley City gets it over nonetheless. That one blasted off the top of the net, but again, it being one of those days, instead of going down onto the Fargo South side, it goes on to the Valley City side away from any possible highliner. 17-14 as back in the serve again will be Malo. Malo, along with Holly, have seemed to be the fire starters in this contest for the Bruins. South able to handle his tough Valley City shot, and they try to drop it over on three, but the ball escapes off the side. And so Dakota Potratz, as well as Bryn Leak, coming into the game. 17-15. As Bryn Leak on the spark a rally here for Valley City, and as what has been their best set so far. That's a big blast, and there's nothing you can do about that. That's an absolute perfect shot hit down the line, and you haven't called her name much, but Taylin Hoffert, there's a reason why she starts for this group, and it's for shots like that, as, again, nothing you can do about that one. Perfectly placed with a lot of force behind it. Serve picked up here by Valley City in the middle now, and that's going to be the first kill of the game by Hadley Thorson. So Thorson's able to get the ball back to Valley City down two. Jovi Borg's back to serve. Borg, one of three highliners today with at least one ace. Borg hits a serve that's not picked up well by Fargo South. They're going to do enough to get it over on three, but Valley's got an opportunity here for a big shot. Outside to Potratz, and Potratz puts it away. She continues to have a great night off the bench, as just, again, you can see the potential there with Dakota Potratz. Sometimes, you know, it's a little inconsistent, but you expect that out of a young player like her, but she has been in great form today. Valley City's wall holds up, nearly picks up the point, but South's able to scramble and get it over. Valley City lays it outside to Coca. Coca hits it off the top of the South wall. South goes for the drop shot. Valley City picks it up, and South able to scramble to get it over on three. That ball was no more than maybe a foot in front of the net for all three hits. Valley plays it over on one with Thorson. It's a war of 1 foot at the net. That one hit off the top of the net, but they're going to say it's off the top of the Valley City wall, and that deflects. I don't know if it got out of play or not, but it was close, but it being off Valley City mutes the point. Great exchange there by both sides, but in the end, South's just able to generate that little tiny better shot to put it away. 19-17 lead here for Fargo South in what's been a much more competitive third set. Coca going for the push shot, can't quite put it away. Back outside to South. Nice diving effort by Valley City to keep it alive. Coca hits it deep into the South line, but the Bruins do a great job of regrouping. The Valley wall holds up, forces it back on the Bruins side. Bruins hit a flat footer. Nicely picked up by Sufcool. Leak's going to set it up to the outside. Or at the front of the net. Valley City's able to get to it. Leak resets it outside for Potratz. Potratz has to just throw it over the top. Over shoulder shot coming up here by the Bruins. Can't put it away. Valley City can't quite put it away with Coca. Possible double hit call. Or they're going to call the lift. And Valley City, much like they did in that last exchange, we're in a war of seemingly 1 foot with Fargo South, as the ball never moved probably more than a foot from the front of the net. But Valley City able to hang alive just long enough for Fargo South to commit a mistake. So Sufcool back to serve. Her serve goes over easily. Big blast there by South on the outside, and it's just been break glass in case of needed, as Buckle is, and not a name we've called a lot, mostly been from her service, but whenever Fargo South has needed that big kill to stop any Valley City momentum, they've gotten it in this set. Big ball in the middle now for Quilvang, and Quilvang forces an awkward exchange here by South, but they do a good job to regroup to get over on three. Outside now for Potratz, and Potratz hits it off the South wall, and that's another kill for her. And now she's going to head to the bench as Drew Potratz comes back in, and Drew Potratz, well, she's the reason Valley City's in this position, as she got them out to a massive run that pulled them even in this contest. 20-19 in the third. Fargo South cleaning that 1 point lead. Borg picks it up in the back line, shuffles it forward over to Coca. Coca can't quite put it away. On now, roofed by Quilving, one-on-one in the middle, and this time it's the Valley City senior coming out on top. We got ourselves a tie game here, 20-20 in the third. If Valley City's woken up, they might have woken up just in time to make this game interesting. Otrats gets it easily over, now outside. That one should be a 4-hit, and they do call the 4-hit. That ball was hitting to the top of the net and ricocheted back onto the south side, and now finally South will call what I believe is their first time out of the game. So back here in 30 seconds after this word from Mobility Plus Rehabilitation.
This is Dr. Ryan Lorenz, physical therapist at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, with offices in Enderlin, Lisbon, Gwinner, and Valley City. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy by highly skilled therapists to minimize pain and maximize mobility, which quickly allows you to return to the quality of life you desire. We will evaluate and educate you on your condition, review treatment options, and create an effective treatment plan to solve your impairments based on your unique situation and needs. I invite you to call our offices at Mobility Plus today.
So Valley City has put themselves in a position here to keep this game alive. It's 21-20 in the third set. After just looking discombobulated in the first two sets, they've come out here and have showed Fargo South they're not going down without a fight. So out of the timeout for the Highliners, they were able to rally and make this a competitive third set. So we'll see how South comes out of the timeout. This is their first timeout of the match. They didn't take one in the first. They didn't take one in the second. They really didn't have a need to ever take a timeout. But trailing by one here late in the third, they finally have burned their first. And that's just a bad time for a mishit as Dakota Potret, or Drew Potrets, I should say, just had that one go out the front of her hand, and we're even up here at 21. So, again, a reminder, folks, that you got to win by 2, so if both sides are able to get to 24, that means we will be going to extra points here. Well, we still got a long way to go before we have to consider that. Serve picked up nicely by Valley City over to Quilving. Quilving trying to drop it in the bucket and couldn't quite get it past Holly, but Holly's diving effort clipped it away from her teammates, and Valley City now sits 3 points away from keeping this game alive. Coca's serve. Easily over the top. Ball's going to be in the middle here for Fargo South. They go for the push-off and picked up nicely there by Jovi Borg. Borg gets an opportunity to put it away and blast it off the top of the south wall. Valley City's now 2 points away. And another timeout here for Fargo South. Timeout brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. Back here in 30 seconds.
This is Dr. Ryan Lorenz, physical therapist at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, with offices in Enderlin, Lisbon, Gwinner, and Valley City. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy by highly skilled therapists to minimize pain and maximize mobility, which quickly allows you to return to the quality of life you desire. We will evaluate and educate you on your condition, review treatment options, and create an effective treatment plan to solve your impairments based on your unique situation and needs. I invite you to call our offices at Mobility Plus today.
And so we're back here in the third set. Fargo South, after not burning any timeouts in the first two sets, have burned 2 here within 4 serves. So Valley City, they sit 2 points away from this game continuing on. We all know how dangerous Fargo South can be, but Valley City, it looks like they weren't going to wake up at all in this game. And then about midway through this third set, Drew Potrats was able to awaken the team with a big run off her serves and made it a contest, and now they've pulled ahead here late as it'll be Coca back to serve now. After the last time out, Valley City put the opening serve into the net. This serve by Coca is going to clear the net with ease. That one outside for South off the top of the Valley wall, but the Highliners regroup. Over now to Quilving. Quilving can't quite put it away. Back in the middle for South. Goes for the drop in the bucket. Quilving hangs tough, and this is 1, 2, and 3 all into the net. And now there's discussion here by the South head coaches. Valley City sits on set point here, 24-21. Coca serve, picked up by South. They go for the drop shot again. Valley regroups. Bomb hit over the top, and Valley City keeps it alive as Jovi Borg picked up the quick hitter, and Valley keeps themselves alive, 25-21. in this third set. So we will go to a fourth as Valley City shows some life. Back here in about 2.5 minutes here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right. Lever's Foods.
Lever's Foods in Valley City has some ghoulish goodies all this week. Save on Campbell's chicken noodle or tomato soup, 4 for $4.88. 93% lean ground beef family packs, just $3.99 a pound. And Honeycrisp apples, only $1.49 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. That's Lever's Foods in Valley City.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
This is Dr. Ryan Lorenz, physical therapist at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, with offices in Enderlin, Lisbon, Gwinner, and Valley City. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy by highly skilled therapists to minimize pain and maximize mobility, which quickly allows you to return to the quality of life you desire. We will evaluate and educate you on your condition, review treatment options, and create an effective treatment plan to solve your impairments based on your unique situation and needs. I invite you to call our offices at Mobility Plus today.
This is Amy Heim, nurse practitioner with Sanford Health. Well child checks are important visits for children of every age. Yearly well child checks are recommended for children 3 and older and more frequently for those younger than 3. It is at these visits that growth, development, and preventative care are addressed in an effort to keep children as healthy as possible. Recommended immunizations are also discussed and provided at these visits. Call 742-3267 to schedule at your local Sanford Health Clinic in Ellendale, Foreman, Gwinner, Lemoore, Lisbon, or Oaks.
All right, we got ourselves a ball game here. Valley City has taken the third set. They've made it 2-1 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard, and now they will open up this fourth set with a serve. If Valley City is able to come back and win this fourth set, we'll go to a fifth and final set, which will be a race to 15. South handles the serve. Valley's able to handle it on the outside. Now back outside here. Koka can't quite put a white ball near the front of the net, and South can't get it over the net on 3. They hit it underneath of it, and Valley City takes the opening point. So the past 2 sets here, Valley City has opened up with the point. So Drew Potratz, who's probably been the best server for Valley City in this game, back to serve once more. And that one roofed by the Valley City defense, and Fargo South with a communication issue as everyone vacated the premise of the incoming falling volleyball like it was a hand grenade. And Valley City now with a 2-0 lead. Little lob shot by Potratz, picked up in the middle by Hawley. That one off the top of the Valley City wall, and it took a deflection off the back line of Valley City. Sufcool was left chasing it, but couldn't get to it, and it will be the Bruins ball here, down 2-1. So after Valley City looked dead in the first 2 sets, and in the third they were down 12-5 going into a timeout, it did not look like Valley City was going to make much of a game here, but credit to Valley City for making those adjustments and fighting their way back. And Koka able to come back with a big kill as she's able to hit it around that south wall. 13-11 lead here, or 3-1 lead in the fourth set. Laid over the top there by South. That one hits off the top of the Valley City wall, and it was a quick 1-2 and then to the floor, and South will get the ball back down 1. So for the Bruins, they've been able to generate big runs here early on in the game to establish a lead. And in the previous 3 sets, Valley City was able to chip away and get back into it. And really only in the third were they able to continue that run. Valley City awkwardly gets it over on 3, but the Bruins, they don't quite play the ball well on their own end either. Protrat sets it up outside to Hughesby, and after 2 carries, it finally hits the floor. So Valley City going to make it a 4-2 contest, and back goes Eddie Kvilvang. So Kvilvang back to serve. And just bombs that one over the top. As she's going to sub out as Valley City still has that 1-point lead, but both sides here have pretty much just been trading the ball back and forth here early on. South serve picked up there by the Highliners. Back outside for Hughesby, and Hughesby just gets too much on top of that one and hits it into the net. And we got ourselves a tie game up here at 4-4. 4-4 here in the 4th set. Fargo South serve picked up by number 4, Katie Koka. Hughesby goes for the push shot, is able to get it over, but South able to regroup. Hit it off the top of the net. Valencia does a good job to regroup. Outside now to Jovi Borg. Borg hits a laser, and Jovi Borg has come alive here in these later sets after taking a little while to get dialed in. She is starting to make an impact. Now back up to serve will be Braden Leak with Valley City leading 5-4 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So Leak waiting a little bit to serve here. Waiting for everything to get finalized off the substitutions. Leak serve right into the middle of the Fargo defense, and Valley just caught playing a little too far back on that one. But it looks like the violation called here on South, so only able to regroup. There might have been a reason why Suffolk was played a little far back on that one. 6-4 here in the 4th. Valley with the 2-point lead. Leak back to serve. Leak's done a good job here serving and as a setter in this contest. That's going to be an absolute rocket. Nicely picked up by Koka to just get in the way of it. Borg hits a long one that's just a bit too long, and this will remain a 1-point game. So 1-point game here. 6-5 in favor of Valley City. Line drive picked up there by Jovi Borg. Now back outside to Jovi Borg. Cross quarter picked up by the Bruins. Valley City tried to tip down the shot on 2. Just going to end up being kind of a regular sequence there, and Valley hits another bomb with Borg, and some more miscommunication in the back line from the Bruins. Again, we didn't see that much in the first 2 sets, a little bit more in the third, and Valley City has now capitalized to make this a very interesting game. 7-5 lead here for Valley City, and that'll be another ace. As that will be another ace for Jovi Borg, her 3rd of the game. And that ties her with Drew Potratz for the most in this game. And that's going to be a 4th ace by Jovi Borg. 4 points here, 4-point lead here for Valley City as some substitutions being made here for the Bruins. Checking in will be Ruby Hawley for the first time today. She is an 8th grader. City going right at the 8th grader, and it's another ace. So 3 straight aces here for Valley City. They say you're going to check in the 8th grader who ain't played all day. Well, we're going right after her, and Jovi Borg continues to just hit that one spot. They go after her again. Yeah, this is a kind of a better hit as Fargo South gets an opportunity from the outside. Nicely picked up there by Suffolk. Reset to Koka, and Koka picks up a kill. Well, for Valley City, better late than never, and they might have just woken up as they now lead 11-5 here in the 4th. Back here in 30 seconds after this word from Mobility Plus Rehabilitation.
This is Dr. Ryan Lorenz, physical therapist at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, with offices in Enderlin, Lisbon, Gwinner, and Valley City. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy by highly skilled therapists to minimize pain and maximize mobility, which quickly allows you to return to the quality of life you desire. We will evaluate and educate you on your condition, review treatment options, and create an effective treatment plan to solve your impairments based on your unique situation and needs. I invite you to call our offices at Mobility Plus today.
And we are back here in Valley City, 11-5 lead for the Highliners. Valley City, something has clicked here over the last couple of sets. They've come out and they played with an energy that they haven't played, that they didn't have in those first two sets. And for Fargo South, if this game comes down to a couple points, the question has got to be made of subbing out one of your players that has been in the game pretty much all day, and Kirsten Hoppy for Ruby Holly, who is an 8th grader, and she's talented enough to make the varsity team as an 8th grader, but throwing out there a cold player in a game like this just doesn't seem like the best formula for success. Valley picks up a ball deep in their own end, now back outside to Coca. Coca goes for the drop shot, can't quite put it away. South on the outside, off the top of the Valley City wall, and the first hit was put on by Coca, but the first hit took it away from the rest of her teammates. So South will get the ball back here, down 5. Holly, well, she's been the one that has sparked probably most of the scoring here for Fargo South. Honestly, would love nothing more than to just snuff out this service after one serve. That one over to Coca. Coca, well, nearly got it put away. Drop shot coming up, Valley City. Off the top of the wall, so Suffolk leaves it deep. Up close to the front of the net, and that's going to be a violation on Valley City on the Highliners. So net violation makes it a 4-point game. Yeah, this is the crossroads of the game right here. Amelia Holly, for whatever reason, has been the player that's always been in the back line for the Bruins when they've gone on their biggest runs. Coca lays it over on 3, back outside for South. That one's too far gone. And so Valley gets the ball back, up 5. So Suffolk coming in, and Quilvang coming in to replace Thorson. Pounding serve by Suffolk, as that one is just scooped over the top, and as close as that can be to a carry for Valley City, even if they won it, they got away with a similar play with Quilvang in the last set. So there was a lot of palm-to-ball contact on that one before it went over to the other side. But it's been called both ways here in this game. Line drive serve, doesn't clear the top of the net. And 13-8 for Valley City. So more substitutions being made. Dakota Potratz comes out. Drew Potratz checks in along with Ava Hughesby. So 13-8 here for Valley City in the 4th. Potratz serve, not handled well by Fargo South, but they'll do just enough to get it over on 3. Valley City a bit out of position to handle that one, but Quilvang is there to bail them out as South was looking to just tip it straight down, but Quilvang was there to win the war at the front of the net, and it'll be 14-8. Potratz serve, chases Hughesby back. And diving effort by Suffolk to keep it alive. Valley's got a chance to get this over on 3. What heart and what effort by Valley City to get that over. Bomb down the middle, picked up by Suffolk. Now back to the outside for Coca, and Coca puts it away. What heart and tenacity by Suffolk and the rest of this Highliner team to keep this play alive. That one was near inches from going into the stand, but the Highliners rallied to keep it alive and pick up their 15th point. And that one for Potratz. She's had 3 service faults in this game. Common for her to have that many in one game. Just might have been trying to hit a shot with a bit too much finesse. 15-9 lead here for the Highliners in this 4th set. Outside to Quilvang. That one is roofed straight down by the Bruins. The Bruins have like 20 different celebrations for their bench. Valley City, I think, saves their celebrations, special coordinated celebrations for just aces. Every single type of play. Fargo South has a different type of celebration. I guess for roofing a ball, it's a Chinese fire drill. Koka can't quite put that one away. Now South just has to lay it up, a bit too close to the front of the net. Outside now to Hughesby. Hughesby hits a bomb, but picked up in the back line by South, close to the front of the net. Nicely picked up by Koka. Back outside to Hughesby again. Hughesby got well underneath that one and just sent it flying. They're asking for a deflection. I didn't see the deflection, and the judges did not either. Back down to a 4-point game here halfway through this fourth set. That one just gets over the top. Valley's going to shuffle it over to Quilvang. Quilvang going for the push. Can't find a hole in the defense. Push shot, and Valley City was just well out of position. Front line, the back line, got to do a better job communicating right there. And Valley's going to take the timeout. They lead 15-12, but South has the momentum. Back here in 30 seconds after this word from our good friends over at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation.
This is Dr. Ryan Lorenz, physical therapist at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, with offices in Enderlin, Lisbon, Gwinner, and Valley City. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy by highly skilled therapists to minimize pain and maximize mobility, which quickly allows you to return to the quality of life you desire. We will evaluate and educate you on your condition, review treatment options, and create an effective treatment plan to solve your impairments based on your unique situation and needs. I invite you to call our offices at Mobility Plus today.
And we're back here in Valley City. It's a 15-12 lead for the Highliners, but South is starting to make some noise here in this fourth set. This is where the game took a bit of a turn for the favor of the Highliners in that third set. Now they're going to have to find a way to prevent the Bruins from rallying here in the fourth. Valley City out of their first time out in the last set, came out like gangbusters, and now they'll have to probably try to find a way to snuff out this South rally. All laid up over the top. Valley City shelves it outside to Koka. Koka puts it away, and Katie Koka continues to perform in the clutch here for the Highliners. 16-12, and Koka will move back to serve. So Koka back to serve, runs forward. Line drive over the top, picked up there by South to the outside. Koka is able to get the first touch to it, and Valley City, it was a quick 1-2, and the ball never really had much air underneath of it. Drew Potratz was the last one to get anything on it, but didn't generate any really significant elevation off that diving second hit. South serve. And Valley City, well, they don't get the best first touch to it, but the second keeps it alive. The third's just laid over. Now for South, an absolute bomb. As Subcool, well, that ball played her more than she played the ball. As now South pulls themselves to win 10-2, as they've been the better team over these last 8 or so exchanges. So Malo back to serve again. Quick run up, and Suffolk able to get a better first touch to it. Borg hits a bomb. That's towards the front of the net. Borg, fall-away shot, can't put it away. Outside now. Valley City able to keep it alive. Good diving effort there by the Highliners. Close to the front of the net. Valley City's able to keep it alive. Outside again, the Borg into the front of the net and straight down. Even if Valley City was able to get a touch on that ball, it would have been a 4-hit. So, South started to execute better here as we're down to 1. 16-15 here in the fourth. Line drive serve, picked up by Koka. Valley shuffles it outside to Borg. Borg hits a bomb. That's close to the front of the net. Quilvang trying to drop it in on one. Couldn't quite do it. Pop shot coming up. Quilvang a bit out of position to handle that one. Didn't know she had teammates behind her. And now we got ourselves a tied set here at 16. If Fargo South wins this fourth set, it's game over. Valley City wins this fourth set. We go to the fifth for the second time between these two teams. Malo serve. Eats up the Valley City back line. Highliner scramble to get it over on 3. South laying it back. They don't get a good third touch to it, as the setup was not quite as good. And that's going to be put away by Hughesby. And Hughesby finally able to bust up the run, as Valley City will have the narrowest of leads here in the fourth, leading 17-16. And so Quillvang will be back to serve. Last serve for Quillvang was one that just sailed out the back. She'd like to at least challenge the Bruins this time off her serve. And he'll do just that. Hawley gets down to get to it. South going for the push shot, and Valley not playing too far back, and South has just been willing to go to the drop shot early and often. So 17-17 here as Quillvang checks out. It's Hughesby as well as Thorson in there for Valley City, alongside Drew Potratz, Suffolk, Coca, and Joby Borg. Borg hits a bomb, can't quite put it away. Back up front here for the Bruins. Picked up by Potratz, now back outside to Borg. Borg, backhander, can't quite find the hole. And now it's going to be a point to Valley City. They're going to get them with a double hit. And so Valley City able to pick up a freebie right there, and they will not say no to that. So 18-17 here in this fourth set, as it'll be Bryn Leak moving back to serve. Leak hits a knuckler that South barely gets to. They do a good job, though, of shuffling it forward. Valley got the first hit to it with Dakota Potratz, but that one was roofed straight down by South, and Dakota Potratz left scrambling trying to get to it. Just couldn't quite generate good enough contact. 18-18 here in the fourth. Poppy's serve picked up by Valley City outside the Borg. Borg hits a blast out the top of the wall into the south bench. They're going to get it over on three, but they have to generate a lot of confusion to do so. Valley's not able to take advantage of it. Just a flat foot shot. Valley doesn't get the best first touch to it. Borg is going to take cross quarter, able to get it over. South hits it deep, picked up by Suffolk. Valley shuffling it forward. Fall away shot for Borg, and she just never planted herself. She was trying to generate power on a shot that just had no shot at generating the power. And for the first time in a while, Fargo South's going to re-seize the lead. 19-18 here in the fourth. Fargo South is leading 2-1 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Line drive serve. Valley City gets eaten up by that one, but they keep it alive. Thorson able to get it over with the over-the-head shot. Outside for South. Valley's able to get a first touch to it. Second setup outside to Borg. Borg can't quite put it away. South's doing a better job of handling it. Valley City's first two touches leave them in an awkward spot. Suffolk gets it over on three, but it's going to be a good opportunity for the Bruins. Too close to the front of the net to generate any real power. Outside now to Dakota Potratz. She gets stuffed by the wall, and the latest of four hits is called. As it was close, but Valley City's in the process of hitting it over on their second go-around when that four hit got called. Two-point lead here for the Bruins late. Thorson gets stuffed by the wall, and it's a three-point lead, and Valley City's going to take a timeout. Timeout brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. Fargo South on the precipice of closing this one out. Back here in 30 seconds here on KOVC.
This is Dr. Ryan Lorenz, physical therapist at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, with offices in Enderlin, Lisbon, Gwinner, and Valley City. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy by highly skilled therapists to minimize pain and maximize mobility, which quickly allows you to return to the quality of life you desire. We will evaluate and educate you on your condition, review treatment options, and create an effective treatment plan to solve your impairments based on your unique situation and needs. I invite you to call our offices at Mobility Plus today.
Over 80 years on the air, 1490 AM and now 96.3 FM. Online at newsdakota.com, on your smart speaker, and on the KOVC app. The voice of the Valley. KOVC.
Back here in Valley City, it's 21-18. For South, this might sound obvious, but they want to put this away as soon as they can. And the reason I say that is in the first three sets, South was the ones that got off to the strong start. In this fourth set, it was Valley City. So if somehow Valley City comes back in this fourth set and wins, they have shown the ability to get to 15 before South does. So South has gone on a run pretty much since Valley City has gotten to 16. But if they let Valley City hang around in this game and come back, this could be very interesting very quick. But the thing for the Bruins is they have excelled on defense here late and mainly just handling Jovi Borg. And well, Jovi Borg just gets roofed again. So Jovi Borg's getting good looks, but she can't find a hole as they seem to just have her scouted to perfection right now in this fourth set. Koka able to scoop that one off the floor, pushed deep by Potratz, but Valley City's going to have to hold on here as South just hits a little pop shot. Bump set over outside to Potratz. Potratz hits one, can't quite put it away. South just going to scoop it over with Holly. Good 1-2 here for Valley City to set up Dakota Potratz, can't put it away. South resets to the outside. Long shot's going to clear, and they're going to say out of play. And South head coach appealing that it clipped the line. It was by the narrowest of margins it escaped, so Valley City sending Jovi Borg back to serve. Down 3 points. Borg served, picked up easily there by the Bruins. They hit a cross quarter, picked up by Suffolk. Outside now to Koka. Koka hits a blast, nicely picked up by Holly. Push shot coming up. Nice pickup there by Leak. Bump set over to Koka. Koka shoves it deep on three. South regroups on the outside. Bomb. That escapes out, and it's out of play. It didn't clear the back line, but it was out of bounds on the sideline, and going to be 22-20 here. Valley City's pulled themselves to within 2. Again, you got to win by 2. So if we get both teams to 24 points here, we'll have to go to extras. And that is ill time of a service fault as you can get. So for Valley City, they've had at least 3 of these that I can remember, and all 3 of them have come up in terrible situations. So South sitting on 2 points here to close out a very game effort here by Valley City. Outside here for Valley City, can't quite generate a lot of power. Cross quarter coming up, and this will be match point. So 24-20, Valley City's got to hang on here for this serve and then generate 3 points off their own. Holly's serve. It would only be appropriate if she's the one that puts us away for South. Fall away shot by Thorson, can't put it away. Outside here for the Bruins, into the wall it goes. They're able to regroup. They're going to set themselves up for an over-the-shoulder shot. Suffolk's got it. Leak. Bump sets it. Outside here. Poke shot by Koka. Can't put it away. Holly bump sets it. Shoved deep on 3, and it's in the perfect spot. No one was covering the right deep side for Fargo South. And they're going to win this fourth set 25-20. They just executed better late than Valley City did. Valley City woke up, but they woke up too late. Can't put yourself in the position they did with just 2 kind of rough sets and expect to come back here against a team like Fargo South. They made it interesting late, but in the end, the team that had the better execution all day is the one that takes home the win. So South wins in 4 over Valley City, 25-17, 25-14. Valley City took the third, 25-21. But South closed it out in the end, 25-20 in the fourth set. Back here in a little bit with the post-game show. Keep it right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Hi, I'm Corey Anderson, a proud Viking graduate and executive director for University Advancement at VCSU. I'm thankful to live and work in a community that values our amazing university and cherishes education as a blessing and a gift. There are few gifts as important as those that help students fulfill their educational goals. Your scholarship contributions do just that. Help keep us moving forward by supporting the V500 scholarship program today. A gift for a student is a gift for our community. To find easy ways to give, visit give.vcsu.edu.
When gathering around the table with family and friends or enjoying a quiet meal by yourself, make certain you have the finest cuts of meat from Valley Meat Supply. Quality steaks and pork chops that make every bite a true delight. Valley Meat offers a wide variety to satisfy every taste and budget, including incredible sausage, several varieties of cheese, baked beans, award-winning beef jerky and snack sticks, and a great selection of spices. Valley Meat Supply, your locally owned, locally sourced meat market, located on West Main Street in Valley City.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Staying at home, surrounded by family and friends, free of pain with your illness under control. Support for your family caregivers. That's what Americans want most at Life's End. Hospice makes it happen. With the help of hospice, patients and families alike can focus on what's most important, enjoying life together and living as fully as possible. CHI Health at Home would like to help make that happen. For more information, contact CHI Health at Home 855-860-3464 or chihealthathome.info.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Lockout Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 or James M. Lockout at CPA 701-845-1660. Services offered through Investment Advisors, a division of Pro Equities Incorporated, a registered investment advisor, and securities offered through Pro Equities Incorporated, a registered broker-dealer and member FINRA and SIPC.
Every body is different. Some experience injuries, while others need extra support.
I'll help you, Grandma.
At Jamestown Regional Medical Center, your health is what matters most. Our orthopedics and sports medicine team care for you and your unique needs. Their goal is to help you live your best life. Choose Jamestown Regional Medical Center for care of hips, shoulders, knees, and broken bones. Learn more at jrmcnd.com/orthopedics.
At Bank Forward, we focus on building relationships. Hi, I'm Kara Weeb with Bank Forward in Valley City. Whether it's opening a checking account, saving for college, or starting your own business, Bank Forward is the bank big enough to help, but we're small enough to know your name. Call 845-1220 or visit bankforward.com today. Striving to be the bank that defines customer service since 1927. It's simply the Forward way. Bank Forward, member FDIC.
Now is the time, now is the time.
Why choose professional eye care centers? Let me count the whys. First, there are now 4 great doctors to see. Dr. Frank, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangula, and now welcoming Dr. Bond. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, and Edgeley. And finally, their fantastic frame selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Welcome in, everyone, here to the Highliner Activity Center for the post-game show. Well, for Valley City, they put together a spirited effort in the second half of this contest, but the problem is they just got off to way too much of a slow start. The first 2 sets just went by in a hurry, 25-17 and 25-14 wins for the Fargo South Bruins. Eventually, Valley City was able to regroup after another slow start in the third to win 25-21. They were up about halfway through about the 4th set, but you're playing a team like Fargo South, a run is incoming, and it comes down to who's going to execute better late. And overall defensively, it was for Fargo South. Valley City had opportunities to put the ball away, and the opportunities that they were putting away in that third set were closed down in the fourth. It was a good defensive adjustment there by the Fargo South Bruins to take advantage of that. So for Valley City, this loss, unless some things kind of drastically swing their way, kind of ensures that they'll be on the road for the play-in round. But you kind of like what you saw out of this team today in terms of effort, in terms of guile, in terms of not going away, because it would have been easy down 12-5 in the third to just pack it up, say it's not our night, and just go home and, just prepare for next week. That's not what they did. They came out and they tied the game off some great service from Drew Potratz and came back, tied it up, and really seized control late in that third set and looked like that they were in position to win in that fourth set, but again, just that run came for Fargo South, and Valley just could not crack through that defense. And so what was a game really kind of defined in two parts. The first part was Valley City not generating quality touches off the first or third hits that really allowed Fargo South to just dominate in front of the net, overall just dominate the game. Valley City was able to patch that up. In the third, South started to make a few mistakes. It allowed Valley City to come back and win that third set. You get to the fourth, it's kind of more of the same early on, but out of that timeout, South made the adjustments they needed to make to win the game, and their record now gets back to above 500. Valley City's record now drops to 4 and 12. I believe that's what the record's going to drop to. So again, for Valley City, it's just unfortunate, that it's another game where you feel like that, you played well enough to win in the last two sets, but unfortunately just getting out to that slow start in the first two is kind of what sealed the fate. You get these two matched up again on pretty much equal days rest, that then we might be able to see something special again. These two teams, when they were both in the zone, were both playing at a very equal level. So for Valley City, it looks like they're going to be on the road here for the play-in round, but again, showing a lot of fight to make this game interesting and take that third set. Before we leave today, let's hand out our Ivy Real Estate Group player of the game. And I believe for the first time today, or the first time this year, we're going to hand it out to Dakota Potratz. She came in and played very well off the bench. This is probably the best she's played off the bench all year. And I said it in the Shanley game, or not the Shanley, but the West Fargo Cheyenne game, is that she probably led the state in almost kills, and where she just hit the ball well but gets robbed by great defense or something other circumstantial. And Dakota Potratz able to pick up 5 kills in this game. And she was a big reason why in that third set, Valley City was able to come back and win, along with Drew Potratz as well. But for Valley City, just again, the early mistakes in that first and second set, just a bit too much to overcome. So Valley City, they lose this one 3-1 to the Fargo South Bruins. 25-17, 25-14 for the Bruins in the first two sets. Third set, Valley City came back and won 25-21, but a late rally by South sealed a 25-20 win for the Bruins. Thank you all for listening today. This is Jerry Edwards here on 1490 AM, 96.3 FM, the voice of the Valley, KOVC, signing off. Let's get you back to some of the great music